From the KERA Newsroom, I'm Justin Martin.
When you're listening to Houston Public Media, you're not just hearing the news of Houston, you're hearing from a statewide newsroom.
Plus innovations that are keeping kids in college.
And we'll kind of reshape the public media landscape based on what we do here over the next year or so in Texas.
We're 90 seconds away from 10 o'clock now here on your NPR station, Houston Public Media.
We're part of a big state. That state has a story to tell and is all part of one big story, and the collaborative allows us to really effectively do that. I'm Dave Bailey, News Director here at Houston Public Media.
I'm Rick Holter. I'm Vice President of News at KERA.
I'm Rachel Osier-Lindley, and I'm the statewide coordinating editor for the Texas Station Collaborative.
If Texas had an opportunity to spend an unlimited amount of money fixing its biggest infrastructure challenges.
The Texas Station Collaborative is a collaborative journalism effort between Houston Public Media, KUT in Austin, KERA North Texas, and Texas Public Radio in San Antonio. These 4 stations have vibrant and active newsrooms, and a few years ago we made the decision that we would work together so that we could provide deeper and more thoughtful journalism to the state.
Business leaders are worried about the economic impacts of
Houston Public Media is absolutely central to this idea. It's the biggest city in the state, a real leader in the public media landscape, and a crucial partner in making this happen.
One of the areas where Texas is falling farthest behind.
Lisa Shumate from Houston Public Media and Stuart Vanderwilt from KUT in Austin were at a conference and got to thinking, like, what would happen if the newsrooms in Texas did something together? And they sketched out a plan on the back of a cocktail napkin and thought, yeah, we could create a daily news magazine for the state of Texas.
For the smaller stations, it's been a really interesting process because I think the tendency is to feel if you have a newsroom of 1 or 2 people that you're out on an island. And I think what the Texas Station Collaborative has done is kind of built bridges to these islands, virtual bridges.
Researchers or clinicians today are not looking to be in tall buildings filled with labs.
Having a regional approach, a statewide approach to journalism, we're able to connect reporters who are working on a similar story, but working on it from the perspective of people in different parts of the state. And by doing that, you're really able to connect the dots and get a deeper picture of what is truly happening in Texas.
A House committee in Austin today heard testimony on a school safety bill.
Everybody will tell you the same story in any newsroom, anywhere. We've got far more stories to cover than we can ever get to. So in our case, the collaborative really helps us cover stories elsewhere, and we don't have to, and therefore we can concentrate our resources on stories right here in Houston.
Our next step as the collaborative is to bring the journalism that you're not hearing anywhere else or reading anywhere else or seeing anywhere else because there just isn't anyone there to report it, and that's something that your contribution could help make a reality.
When you give a small amount to Houston Public Media each month, you make a really big impact. Become a sustainer at $10, $20, or $30 a month. Just set it up once and you're done. You'll know every month that you're supporting the arts, quality journalism, science, and education with your sustaining membership. Call 800-364-8300 or give online at houstonpublicmedia.org.
Why does this partnership make sense for you?
One of the largest sources of support for your station is funds from people like you, individual donations. They make up a huge part of the budget here at Houston Public Media. The number of reporters that a station newsroom has, the number of stories that you hear on the air, that's all directly tied to the amount of money that we get from the community.
It's not dependent upon advertisers and all the things that go with ratings and some of the other things that maybe are a challenge for other media outlets. And I think that's why people come to us, because they realize that they're getting a different sort of news coverage from public broadcasters, public media.
On the most basic level, the collaborative helps Houston Public Media and other stations in the state be better stewards of your donations, because we are able to gather the news of the day in the most efficient way possible.
Through your donation. And that opportunity, that's a window that opens and it's a window that closes. And what happens right now and this year and in the next couple of years could really have an impact, not just on this state, but on journalism in the country. I'm Rick Holter, Vice President of News at KERA in North Texas, and I support Houston Public Media by helping bring Think to the airwaves here every day, and by working almost every day with the talented journalists from the Houston Public Media newsroom.
My name is Rachel Oger-Lindley, and I'm the statewide coordinating editor for the Texas Station Collaborative. And I support Houston Public Media by bringing stories from all over the state to Houston.
I'm Dave Failing, News Director at Houston Public Media, and I support Houston Public Media by working with our great station collaborative across Texas to enhance the kind of news coverage that our audience expects.